Hi YouTube. There is an organization called ALIPAC, which stands for Americans for Legal Immigration, proudly assisting the community. They have a post on their website today that reads as follows. ALIPAC is issuing a national advisory to all local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies and officers, along with all DHS fusion centers, a warning against any reliance upon faulty and politicized research issued by Southern Poverty Law Center, SPLC, and Anti-Defamation League, ADL. A national scandal emerged in Missouri after their MIAC Fusion Center issued an 8-page document which made many false claims. The documents attempted to politicize police and cast suspicion on millions of Americans. The Missouri documents, as they came to be called, listed over 32 characteristics police should watch for as signs or links to domestic terrorists, which would threaten police officers, court officials, and infrastructural targets. Police were instructed to look for Americans who were concerned about unemployment, taxes, illegal immigration, gangs, border security, abortion, high costs of living, gun restrictions, FEMA, the IRS, the Federal Reserve, and the North American Union, SPP, North American Community. The Missouri, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, the Missouri documents also said potential domestic terrorists might like gun shows, shortwave radios, combat movies, movies with white male heroes, Tom Clancy novels, and presidential candidates Ron Paul, Bob Barr, and Chuck Baldwin. The Southern Poverty Law Center was cited as a research source for the Missouri documents. Furthermore, the attempt of these documents to cast suspicion of violent and life-threatening behavior on millions of Americans who are concerned about these issues is consistent with... I'm sorry, I lost my place here. Sorry. Consistent with the regularly released political materials of both the SPLC and ADL. Since the SPLC was listed as a source in the MIAC Missouri documents, ALIPAC sent a letter of inquiry to the Missouri Governor J. Nixon on March 20th, 2009, asking for more specific sourcing information. When many of us read these Missouri documents, we felt that the false connections, pseudo research, and political attacks found in these documents could have been penned by the SPLC and ADL, said William Geen of ALIPAC. We were shocked to see credible enforcement agencies disseminating I hate reading out loud. Disseminating the same kind of over-the-top political propaganda distributed by these groups. Colonel James F. Keatley, superintendent of the Missouri State Highway Patrol, issued a letter of response to ALIPAC and other sources on March 25th to 26th, which states that the Missouri militia documents are being withdrawn. More oversight may be applied to future releases. The Missouri documents do not meet the high-quality standards expected from the MIAC, and that certain subjects of Missourians, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong, will not be singled out inappropriately in these reports for particular associations. Fox Radio Network is reporting that Missouri Lieutenant Governor Peter Kinder has asked that the Missouri Public Safety Director, John Britt, be placed on administrative leave. The report also says Kinder has issued a public apology to presidential candidates Ron Paul, Bob Barr, and Chuck Baldwin. ALIPAC would like to advertise all media sources, law enforcement officers, and agencies that the ADL and SPLC are political organizations with stated political goals and agendas which are contrary to the candidates, political parties, and millions of Americans besmirched, I'm sorry, I've never come across that word before, by the MIAC documents. While both the ADL and SPLC actively market themselves and seek roles as advisors to law enforcement and the media, both groups regularly engage in political tactics like those observed in the now withdrawn Missouri documents. Materials from one or both organizations contributed to the scandal. In the past, these groups have served a helpful role in America by providing information about racists and potentially violent groups like the KKK and neo-Nazis, said William Geen. Unfortunately, their mission has drifted into political efforts to paint almost any American group who opposes their border political agendas as being associated with racist or potentially violent groups, just like what we saw in these scandals, MIAC documents in Missouri. Scandalous documents, I'm sorry. ALIPAC, yes, hopes that future scandals can be avoided by issuing this advisory and promoting awareness of the faulty information distributed to police and media in America by the Anti-Defamation League and Southern Poverty Law Center to prevent future scandals of this nature. I decided to do a video on this. I'm going to post the article in the sidebar because a lot of people have been mentioning this recently, and so some people are taking political action, and so there's reason to be optimistic after all. Well, of course there always is. So anyway.